So again, it's starting off with just this angle. It's not a vertical like the eraser, and these are kind of angled in together. If they match, they'd hit a point. Same with if you could see through the drawing, kind of like with the cartoons. I'm just lightly putting it in there. Those two lines would go up to a false vanishing point, and same with these two lines here. So everything that you start to illustrate, okay? And with the circular parts are your names, so I'm going to put my name on here, but sorry about that. And you're trying to illustrate it so that it goes within that angle. These elliptical shapes, when you think of an elliptical shape, it starts off as a square. So if I do this part, this is the square. If you cut this on paper, you might have done this in school, where you can just arch it off like that. If you can locate the rectangles going this way, I'm not sure if yours are all evenly matched, if anybody else has their name tag with them. But if you can angle off a square like this, I'm just doing 4 of them down the row here, and just lightly go in there and set those up. So it's just giving you a little bit of a basic section. I'd have to look at my numbers. I'll steal yours for now. You're blue. And I'm trying to imitate his piece in there. In fact, I'll do it all the way since I don't know mine. So he has this handwritten, got the same kind of M. But you do your own. I'm stealing one. But once I have the pencil part laid out, then I want to go and do the heavier part with the shading, with the shadows and stuff. Again, whether I use a straight edge or not, it just kind of helps a little bit with the drawing. I can put one line down right away. I can skip and push this over just to give the thickness of this cardstock, and then I can just simply illustrate that piece going across. And that'll get me set up at least to the beginning. And again, I've given you the mechanical pencil to use. I have a traditional, just an HB lead here. If I decide to use a straight edge, that's fine. If not, get some practice in your drawing. So this becomes the shadow piece behind it. So you can see the value of it, a little dark as it goes to the bottom, and that's what I was trying to say. I've used the line, whoa, lose the line quality there. Look out, camera boom. That's why they call it a camera boom if you're not familiar, because it would make a noise of a boom. And so I'm just kind of giving it darker. It's going to be darker. When you look at this photograph, you can see there's a lot of stuff behind it that emphasizes the black and the white. So I'm just treating this as a spot illustration. If you want to color the colors, that's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and make them into the pencil and see whether or not I can emphasize this here. Am I spelling that right, Matt? And I know she said, do this quickly, and I said, oh no. I was trying to get you guys to slow down. It's the same idea. If I want to use a straight edge, or if you want to, it's nice in the fact that I can at least get the line, and this as I'm shading, I'm just pushing the ruler down a little bit. Same idea on this edge here. Find that edge and just kind of push it, and as it goes further in, I'm just giving less pressure and letting it blend right into the side there. So I think I put these pictures on your desktop, but if I didn't, I'll send them out again, and you can open them up in preview, and I'll get you set up there. And again, if you just hold your pencil to the side, you can always just butt this up against the straight edge too. So it's kind of a nice help. You'll see in the photo, at least, there's a cast shadow from this tent, so do the same idea. Just kind of put a little bit of a guide there to help me. And it's giving me the cast shadow onto it. Okay, and then once you get the overall look to it, you have to understand that in the picture, the white of the paper is your lightest bright value, and the paper actually is this booklet I'm drawing on in the photograph. So the brightest light on this card is not white, it's probably the light green that's in there. So as you go through it, And this booklet I'm drawing in has paper underneath it. If I remove all those papers, now I'm right on the surface of the table, and now I can really give myself a little more of a value consistent with that pressure. Okay? So see if you can't bring that across. Again, this line that I'm going to put underneath here is still shaded, but I'm going to let it go from dark to light, so the foreground's heavier, and as it goes in the distance, letting it fade away, just to give myself a little more contrast to it. So the edge, the straight edge, allows you to crispen up things that are closer to you. As they fade away, they get a little less intense and a little blurry. Okay, so see how you can do on that. Give that a shot there. Just a simple sketch, kind of bringing that in.